Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to my next episode playing on the Realm of Vasten server. I am Mar, and we are here, as always, at the library, ready to get some work taken care of. Now, I've done some work off camera, so I guess we should probably start out with that. I have done a little bit of work on the tower here. As you can see, there is actually, I mean, the last episode it was like, what, up to here? It's actually starting to look like a tower instead of just like a pillar of stone and glass. And there's a few different things about it that we should take a look at. First of all, this here is the archway that I've kind of come up with. It's got, man, you can't even really see it because it's so dark with the shaders on and everything, but there's the fences there. I think, is it called the portcullis or something like that? I don't remember, but it's, I've got some fences up in there to sort of simulate that you could bring them down to close off the area. And I did it out of the nether brick because I thought it would provide a nice contrast, and I gave it a very squarish shape specifically for that purpose. It feels a little dwarfed next to this one, but I think it'll do just fine. And I put some lanterns on top to help light it up there. Same on the other side. I haven't really touched up the inside of this tower yet, the first layer here. I don't know if I want to leave this open and maybe hang something from the ceiling, or if I want to add in a couple floors in here. I'm not sure. I still have to replicate that design over here, and, you know, give it some sort of bridge or whatever to connect over here. And I've got a cat roaming around. Hi, kitty. I don't have any fish for you, sorry. I get so many cats and so many, I don't see them right now. I think they're further down there, but I get so many of the pillagers as well. I think they guess, I guess they just know that there's a village nearby. Anyway, and eventually we're going to have some sort of design around the perimeter, like on this wood here, that will actually close this segment off, so that your only access point to the entire library, unless you fly, of course, is through this gatehouse here. So that's something that we'll work on, you know, at some point. Now if we go upstairs, and even with the jump boost, sometimes I have a hard time getting an elytra lift off. I've got a couple llamas up here. Hello, llamas. I don't know if you guys are going to stick around or not, but their master took an untimely plunge off the side of the library, so I rescued these guys. So here's the bridge that we had built in, or bridge slash staircase, however you want to look at it. We'd built in the last episode. I've actually got it connected to the library, and we have this little platform that goes all the way around, and they just connect up right to each other. The stairs leads directly to the tower here. We've got the standard wooden design on all four sides, and then of course I've kind of pretty much stopped working on the tower right here. I still, you know, of course have to bring it up quite a ways, but I was working a lot on the detailing of this area. I also haven't quite figured out how I want to do the staircase, though I have a few ideas about that as well. Now, before we start working, I did want to point out, or at least showcase, I guess, the support structures or design that I ultimately came up with. So on all 4 sides, I have 2 smaller support beams that go from the center up to the edge of the platform. And then there's in this corner, this here is actually the cornermost block or column of blocks, I guess. And I have a support going in both directions for that as well. And you know, like in the absolute corner, sticking out a ways, I have the little hangy downy bit lantern design that I've used elsewhere. So what I need to do is I need to bring this tower further up, and I have to figure out some sort of staircase design in here. It's not going to look like these ones, basically. I mean, there's just no room for it, you know? I guess I needed to go with some sort of spiral staircase. And I think I want to try and make it sort of similar to how I made the spiral staircases in the End Island Transformation project that I did last season on the Wells Night server. But let me play around with it a little bit and see if I can't figure out something.
Okay, so I've gotten a little bit of progress done here. And I've kind of come up with this, though I do think I want to change these back. I temporarily changed them just to get an idea like what it would look like, but I think I just want to stick with one color of glass. I'm not wild about the green for, like, this is the first time I'm not really wild about the green, but it just, I don't know, it looks weird there. I almost feel like I shouldn't use glass at all, but the thought of being able to look through the glass as you're going up and down the water elevator kind of seems cool to me, although with the shaders maybe it won't look so cool once it's all said and done. This is the general design I've come up with, pretty much the same as, you know, what we've used pretty much everywhere, although I will need to add in, you know, some sort of lighting, I suppose. And it goes all the way up. I've been using the sea lanterns at the end of the glass, as, you know, we have everywhere else. Obviously, I haven't finished doing the design all the way up. But the only thing, the only problem I really have with this design is it's really kind of bulky. It only barely fits inside this tower. Only barely. Like, if it was a single block bigger, it'd be like, yep, we can't do this. Now that said, this tower really only serves one purpose, and that's to give us some place to put a staircase. There's nothing, I mean, there's nothing to do out here. It's just a balcony, basically. A very nice balcony, but just a balcony nonetheless. And I didn't really plan on putting anything in here anyway. For this segment anyway. Maybe further up, maybe further below, but not right here. So in that light, maybe it's okay that it's kind of bulky in here. What do you guys think? Do you think it's okay that it's gonna be this tight in here? And I think it might look kind of cool when you come up and you look straight up and you just see the spiral staircase going up and up and up and up and oh, so nauseating looking that high, you know? So it might look kind of cool actually. I'm not really quite sure. So that's what we basically got going on here. The problem I'm going to have right now, and what we're going to work on next, is when we get all the way up here, all the way up the spiral. Dizzy, are we there yet? Okay, here we go. I don't know how high to take it, because the tower is going to go pretty much as tall as the main tower, but there's something I also want to put in here. And I need to put it above the staircase, basically, so I need to know where to stop the staircase. And I feel like the best way to figure that out is to work on the design over here. Now, down here, I built this at an incline. I think the one up here I want to be completely horizontal. A direct bridge from there to this tower, with no elevation changes. So what I need to do is I need to build the doorway here and build the bridge across so I can get an idea of how high to actually build this tower. I think these llamas have death wishes. This guy's out here and I was like, well, where's your buddy? And I've been searching all over. I'm like, where are you? Llama, where are you? So I came out here and once you know it, but he's just perched on top of the... You're really stuck there. You realize that? I mean, it's gonna hurt if you try to move off of it. We may be permanently stuck with the llama on top of the building. Not to forget you or anything, but you at least can still move of your own accord. That guy, he might be a bit stuck. He might be a little stuck.
So I've just finished putting in another doorway. This one is on currently what is the topmost layer. So we've got our main floor, our second layer, and now I've got this top layer here and the unfinished ceiling up there. And I've got one doorway in, just like the rest of them. And this time I decided to do it more like a bridge than an actual staircase. So I basically... I mean, it's just your run-of-the-mill bridge. You go up a little bit on this side, go across the flat bit, and then you go down a little on this side. Meets up with the next section of this tower over here. So that's the section we were working at below. I went ahead and brought the staircase all the way up. Gave it a little bit of decoration. So we've got our usual posts with the lanterns, our usual iron bars. And I decided on these flat bits, it would take less space if I just put in trapdoors. That way, you know, there's a little bit more walking space. It doesn't feel like super claustrophobic going around here because ultimately this will be closed in. We'll have doorways on all four sides, of course. But I'm trying to minimize the effect of being, you know, claustrophobic. I also put in the water, and I'm kind of thinking that I may choose to go with something other than the glass, because I feel like when you're coming up through the water elevator, you can't really see anything other than the glass, like, whizzing by, and it's kind of trippy, so I'm thinking maybe switching that out for something else. I'm not quite sure what, so if you have any ideas, let me know. Maybe quartz, maybe wood, maybe logs, maybe stripped logs, stone bricks, you know, there's plenty of options of what to replace it with, you know, many of which we've already used, although we could also always introduce a new block type. That would be probably fine. But yeah, so we've got this taken care of. It is functional. It's, you know, completely lit up because of the sea lanterns and whatnot. The next thing here to do is to finish connecting the bridge to this tower. So I've got a little start for the platform here, and I want to make this... Snow? Really? Snow? Okay, fine. I want to make this pretty much the same as the one down there. Like, exact same dimensions and all of that. And I actually did this one wrong, so I need to tear it out. But what we've got here is a row of upside down stairs, and they kind of wrap around. So these ones that I'm pointing at are the upside down stairs, and they wrap around like this. And that's to imitate the design we use down there, because the design connecting the stairs to the tower is a little different from the design connecting this bridge to the tower, but I still want to mimic the same effect. So this right here and the corresponding one on the other side would have been a sea lantern. These three in the middle would have been glass, and then right here you would have had like your final, I believe it's the final, no, just the 3 wide, of the stone or whatever. So I want to try and still keep with that same theme. So right here, I believe, yes, that's a stone brick, but then here's a stair and here's a stone brick. It's kind of hard to visualize, so let's go and take a look at what it is with the spectate. Their handy dandy, oh, it's on the next level down, isn't it? The handy dandy little command block. Put me into spectate, please. Thank you. So here we go. So this is what we're looking at right here. We've got well, we got the 3 wide of the upside down stairs here, and then you got the 3 wide of the glass with the sea lantern on either side. And you can see how the upside down stairs, the upside down stone stairs, kind of wrap around the glass and the sea lantern. And then you got the 2 beams connecting right there, on either side of the middle row. That's kind of what I want to replicate up above. Now, up above, we don't have the sea lanterns, we don't have the glass, we don't even have the upside down stairs for the wood. But I still wanted to do the same thing. So I've got 3 stone brick slabs, then 5 stone brick slabs. That would be where the upside down stairs and where the sea lanterns and glass would be. And then I have the upside down stone brick stairs wrapping around it with the support structure leading directly into it. So that's kind of the effect that I've been going for. It looks a little different up here compared to down there just because of the different block types, but it's essentially the same concept. So what we need to do is need to come in here. I need to tear this out because I did it wrong. Go away. All you blocks. You need to go away. Vamoose, disappear, leave, depart, be gone. The lowest most upside down stair needs to be on the 4th block. It's currently on the 5th. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So can I put it? Thank you. That's perfect. And jump. Okay, good. And put you there and go away. And then you just have to carry them up a little bit. I believe that's all I need. And then on this side, upside down, right side up, upside down, full block, full block. And then right here, the way it works, I believe I actually need to bring this out one more and then put an upside down stair. But you guys actually have to go away because that one needs to be a stair and everybody else needs to be a slab. So then I believe we need to put in the stairs like this on either side. It's actually going to go out further than this, but this is all we really need for right now. And then, like I said, we would turn this all into slabs. So let me put this on, and then we're going to go down here and get our blocks that we just dropped. Anybody else? Yep, a few more here. Anybody up there? I keep on getting them caught on top of the little upside down stairs there. And I don't see anybody down there. Okay, so let's go back into spectate and just double check and make sure that this design is correct. Because I've already done it wrong once before, and it wouldn't put it past me to do it wrong again. So let's see, we go straight from the support structures into a row of upside down stairs. And yeah, we've got the support structures directly into a row of upside down stairs. Excellent. So what I need to do now is I need to replicate this design here, because this is a part that doesn't have the bridge on it. I need to replicate it on this side and this side. And then I need to do the corner bits, which are a little bit different, but essentially follow the same principle. The principle being that they need to end right before this final row of upside down stairs. What that means is, while these ones were on like the 4th block or whatever, I think these ones are like the 6th block or something like that. So I need to put in these corner support structures as well, and then put in this corner hanging lantern bit. And anything else that isn't a support or anything like that is automatically going to be a slab. Just a lot of slabs in here, as you can see. So let me go ahead and add that up here. I think we're almost out of time, so I want to do it off camera so we can finish this level of the platform in this episode, and then I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I have just finished putting in the platform and the support structures underneath. I haven't put in the hanging lanterns yet. I still need to do that. I'm actually kind of out of iron bars. These 4 iron bars are all I have left, which is coincidentally the perfect amount that I would need to do the underside, because I believe I have them hanging from a iron bar down there. But I decided to go ahead and add these lanterns around on the top. I will still need iron bars to connect them between. But I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here because we're pretty much running out of time, and we've gotten quite a bit of progress already, both off camera and on camera. Now, in the next episode, next number of episodes, basically the foreseeable future, as always, we're going to continue working on the library. What I need to end up doing is replicating this entire tower on the other 3 sides of the main tower, which does not sound like fun, if I'm being completely honest. It is quite a task to build this once, to say nothing of building it another 4 times or another 3 times. I also think I want to kind of vary which towers do what, because I mean, like, you use the water elevator to come up, and you can, of course, fly down or use the staircase to go down, but it might be a good idea to have water elevators going down as well. So maybe this one and the one on the other side will be the up elevators, and then the one over there and over here will be the down elevators or something like that. And even once you get to this level, we do still technically have more levels to go. So I'm going to have to come up with some sort of way to get up to those as well. I'm not really sure what I'm going to end up doing with that. I also would kind of like, well, my light keeps doing weird things. The lag is kind of weird today. I'd also like to connect these towers to each other going around. I don't know how feasible that is, because I kind of suspect what that would end up looking like is just this floating, like, walkway, and like with nothing supporting it, and I'm not sure how realistic that is. Now, I did mark out 2 spots a long time ago. If you remember way back to when I first started this project, I had marked these out to be like to go sort of correspond with these nether brick pillars right here. And I never actually ended up doing anything with them, so I may make use of their placeholders and actually build up some sort of structure that maybe would support that bridge. But I would have to come up with a pretty decent design because it's tall. That's the problem with tall buildings. You got all this vertical height, but you still have to find ways to fill all that vertical height so it just doesn't look like one boring column. That's the thing that I struggle with the most with this build, which is why I introduced the idea of murals. And I still want to do more murals on every flat surface possible if I can think up things to put in there. But still, you know, other things like this to add in interest and design, you know, all those sorts of things. I'm definitely going to have to work pretty hard to come up with interesting designs for the library to give it some shape, give it some color, character, you know, variation, all that sort of stuff. So by all means, throw every idea you can think of at me in the comments down below. I am all ears. But for now, I think I'm all out for today, so I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you keep on coming back for more. And until next time, I hope you have a fantastic time, and I will see you later. Bye!